Alita the exception? Not the rule. Mastering a skill to rival the most talented adult.
She did a first international exhibition when she was 2 years old.
In Australia, it's estimated there are less than 100 children under the age of 12 who could be considered real prodigies.
I could see there was something unique here.
Ariel.
But does exceptional talent at a young age
Come on, try again.
come from nurturing,
In the right environment, these gifted children thrive.
or is it in the blood?
And we're joined in the studio now by internationally recognised artist Alita Andre and her dad Michael. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. And in our Perth studio, Alan Thompson joins us. He is an expert in helping gifted children reach their full potential. A very good morning to you.
Good morning.
Over in the very early West. Alita, I saw some of your work there. How long have you been painting?
Since I was 9 months old.
Right. What got you into it in the first place?
Well, do you want to explain that? Or do you want me to?
Yeah.
But
You're
about
the
it
star
now,
of the show.
So.
Okay. Well, when I was 9 months old, my dad used to paint a bit, and he laid a canvas out on the floor, and then and then I was just interested in what he was doing, and I just crawled onto the canvas and started squeezing the tubes out and started painting, and that's basically how
That's where you
everything
started.
started.
So, Michael, when did you get an idea that your daughter had some true talent as a painter?
You know, it's funny, to be honest, as soon as I saw what she had finished, I absolutely loved it. You know, seriously, because, you know, to me, it just looked like something that can be up there with any of the great abstract artists. You know, to me, it was sort of the same. You know, my wife sort of shared the same feeling. We loved what she did.
And Alita, when you're painting, what do you think about?
I think about nature and the universe. I think about the ocean. I think about everything from nature. And I've got lots of animals. I've got rabbits and guinea pigs, and I think about them. I think about everything from nature, and like horses. I love horses. It's my favourite animal. And I think about everything from nature.
And Alan,
That inspires me.
Michael, sorry, the exhibitions have travelled far and right, starting in Australia, but right around the world as well. That must make you exceptionally proud.
Oh, it is. I mean, it's absolutely surreal. Alita has exhibited in Hong Kong, China, England, America, you know, in Europe, Italy. So it's absolutely extraordinary, especially for somebody so young to achieve the heights that she has.
It is absolutely extraordinary. Alan Thompson in Perth, you work with kids like Alita. How can you tell the difference, I guess, between, you know, a smart or, say, a precocious child and somebody who is truly gifted?
Yeah, absolutely. These prodigies have an extraordinary memory. We're talking about in the top 0.01% of the population, and they're able to look at something, digest it, and memorise it straight away, and at a deeper level than others. So that's one of the first things I look for.
How do you harness that talent?
That's a good question. A lot of the times these prodigies just harness it themselves. They want to naturally get in there, jump into whatever they're obsessed or focused with and do it. You know, they're not looking for parents to push them. They're not looking for any sort of even support. They just jump in. If it's chess, they jump in at a very early age. If it's art and painting, they jump in at an early age. And same for things like maths.
And Michael, just picking up on that, Alan was saying it's really down to the child and their parents. Were you conscious from an early age, Alita's early age, of giving her every opportunity to pursue her clear talent in art, but at the same time ensuring that you went to school and essentially enjoyed other aspects of her childhood?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, as soon as I saw Alita doing what she was doing, I recognised that there was something really focused and really kind of artistic with the way she was doing it. But at the same time, you know, myself and my wife kind of looked at it and we knew a bit about art history and you know, the works of art that are out there, especially over the last 100 years, which really marks contemporary art. So, you know, we thought that, you know, as I said, that really sits comfortably in that. And so we did everything we could to kind of encourage her because we love what she was doing.
That's fantastic. So, Alan, on the flip side, do you come across parents who are overly pushy? And what impact, if you do find those parents, does that tend to have on their children who might have some gifts?
Yeah, it happens very rarely. When we're talking about these exceptionally gifted children, and again, it's a very small part of the population, it's the top 1% of the population or even the top 0.1%, they don't need to be pushed. There are some parents, of course, that are pushing below that because they want their child to achieve and to fit in and to help them compete in today's society. But generally, when we're talking about the very top, they don't need any sort of pushing. In fact, as Adrian Alexander tells us in their series, they're pulling their parents. They're actually setting the tone, and I ask parents to get out of the way, help move things out of the way for the child instead.
And before we finish up with you over there in Perth, Alan, what advice have you got for parents who might think, gee, my son or daughter has some talent in painting and music and singing? What do you tell them?
Again, just moving obstacles out of their way, finding things that they can do, providing them the resources, and these days that's even easier with online resources that they can have access to, and giving them what they're asking for. It's as simple as that.
Alan Thompson there in Perth. Alita, where do you want to take this painting business? Would you like to keep painting?
Yeah, of course. I'd love to keep painting for as long as I live. And
would you like to make a job out of it, a career out of being an artist?
yeah,
Yes.
and I want to exhibit. Well, my main goal though is to exhibit in MoMA. I really want to go there.
You're aiming high. It's good to have high aims. And how do you juggle school? How does school work in with your?
Oh, I'm homeschooled.
Right. Okay. And how many hours a day do you paint? Do you start the day painting? Do you finish the day painting?
Oh, no, I usually paint maybe every 3 days, or every 4 days, whenever I'm inspired.
Okay. Now, when you open your exhibition in MoMA, let us know, and we'll send some journalists and camera crews there to cover the big event. Very nice to meet you, Alita. Thank you, and congratulations. Proud Dad Michael, nice to meet you as well.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for joining us on Breakfast. And we have been chatting, and you can catch the show Prodigies on ABC TV. We will put the details up. There it is, 8 o'clock on ABC TV and iView.